Alright, hopefully everything is running by now. Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another live stream here on the channel. I don't really have anything in particular planned for this live stream, if you couldn't already tell from the title. It's just me here, I don't have any other people on with me. I just felt like doing a live stream, just sort of a Q&A live stream. That's why I didn't really know what to title this one, so I just called it Ty Talks Live. I'm actually gonna, real quick, before people start showing up, retitle it because it's basically a Q&A live stream. Hope you all are doing well. Let's see. Let me go into YouTube and work that out. Retitle this real quick before things get going. I know I just uploaded a video, but I wanted to do a live stream today, and this is the best time for me to do it. So I hope you watched my haul video that I just posted. Let me just retitle this so everyone knows it's going to be a live Q&A. Tydocs Live 2/26/23. It is 2/26, right? Right? Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, it's February 26th. Okay, I was just double checking. I wasn't sure. February being a few days shorter tends to throw me off. I think it tends to throw everyone off, quite frankly. Alright, there we go. Live stream should be retitled. We should be in business here. I'm very proud of my little car diorama I have here. I was going to start off by putting some of the Salt Flats cars here. I just, I wanted to do something relevant. So I was, I just wanted to have the Salt Flats cars here, and then I started thinking, there are only 4 of them, what are you going to do with the rest of your space? So then I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to fill it with some of my recent purchases. So I added good old Cars 2 Mac, and then Hudson Hornet Piston Cat McQueen, and then some of the new Cars 2 Radiator Springs Visitors, and then I just threw in Security Guard Finn, Mater, and Ruka back here. So we got 3 little displays going on, none of which have anything to do with each other. The Salt Flats guys are, they're especially out of place, but you know what? That's okay. It's all recent stuff that I've gotten, and I don't know, maybe it'll entice someone to click on the stream because they see Cars 2 Mac. Who knows? It's Cars 2 Mac. He's out again. He's back. You might not even have noticed that it was Cars 2 Mac on account of him looking almost identical to Cars 1 Mac, because Mattel just did some weird choices with him. But this is, in fact, Hudson Hornet Piston Cup Mac. I guess it's a little surreal. It's a little surreal to have a Mac in my collection. If you haven't been keeping track of my videos for years, I have never had a normal Mac. I owned a regular Mac, which I repainted for Taz Cars 4, which I purposefully bought to repaint. It's just been kind of a running joke. I think it's kind of funny that I don't have a regular Mac. I could buy it at any time. He's out every single year. I've just never been in a rush to. But I had to pick up Cars 2 Mac on account of him being more rare and unique. I know one of these days I'll get a Cars 3 Mac or a Cars 1 Mac. But now I have a normal Mac. So that's pretty cool. I don't know. I've just never been that interested in buying a normal Mac. And at this point I think it's a little funny that I don't. Although saying it out loud does make it sound a little weird that I don't own a normal Mac, but now I technically do own a normal Mac. To me, a Cars 2 Mac isn't really a normal Mac, because he only had one release before this. To me, a normal Mac is a Cars 1 Mac or a Cars 3 Mac. That's what I think of when I think of Mac, right? Those are the movies he's in prominently. He's barely in Cars 2. Cars 2 Mac has only been released twice ever. But yeah, I have a regular Mac now. So you know what? I don't know. I think that's nice to have. Good evening. It's 2:47 p.m. where I am. Aren't time zones fun? But yeah, as the title should hopefully reflect now, this is just a Q&A stream. I don't have Cam Spinner in this room with me. He's in the other room that I store my cars in. Oh, wait, actually, I do! Hey, he's right over here. It's funny how you call him Cam Spinner with wrong eyelids, because there's not a Cam Spinner with right eyelids. I had him right over here. I didn't even realize that. A little dusty. There he is. That's it. He's cam spinner. Nothing special. You've seen him before. He's a cam spinner. He's out all the time. I don't know. Cam's eyelids being the wrong color never personally bothered me. That's yeah, no, Rocket Racer's cam does. It's kind of funny how Beach Racer cam doesn't. He also has inaccurate eyes. But Beach Racer cam came out a few months before regular cam, so that happened. I never saw it as like obnoxious as Paunchy. You know, no, he's my regular McQueen's in the other room. It's just a regular McQueen. It's just nothing special. Cam was just conveniently one of very few cars that are left in this room in a box that I haven't moved out of this room yet. I have my cars stored across 2 rooms. This is my sister's room, as I've said before, which is where I do my live streams, because Wi-Fi in here is just, it's better. It's better than in my room, which is really funny, because it's just across a very short hallway. And the Wi-Fi at this part of my room, like this area of my room, I'm up against her back window, up against the back of my room. Wi-Fi is awful. I don't have Stanley Days Filmer. That's been one of my most wanted cars items for like a really long time now. I don't have any of the Stanley Days cars. I don't have any of the Radiator Springs 500.5 cars. Stanley Days Fillmore is a car I absolutely love. It's a great one. No, I don't have any. I don't have anyone. Yeah, Robin did get him for free last year. Didn't somebody like mess up your order so you got him for free? Isn't that what happened there? Yeah. I've wanted to probably pick up the Radiator Springs 500.5 3-pack, which comes with McQueen, one of the dirt guys, I forgot his name, and, what's his face? Ramon. I forgot Ramon, really? Stanley Days Ramon, who was exclusive to that 3-pack. Oh, I included it as a bonus. I wish people where I lived, would throw in cars as bonuses. How do I get my cars? Many ways. I go to stores, usually Target, Walmart. That's when it comes to new releases. I never buy new releases online. That's just me. Get a Cars 4 sequel. Absolutely not. Ty's Cars 5 is the last thing I will ever make. Thank you. Yeah, no, me, it's just Target and Walmart. Occasionally, I'll check by a thrift store, or I'll go to like a local toy store or something. Shifty Sidewinder, yeah. I get all their names confused on account of not owning any of them. Sorry, I can't get over the fact that somebody in the chat spelled "mater" as "made her." I hope that's a typo. If not, that's the greatest spelling of all time. Tomato. Yeah, I do have JW. He's hanging out on the other side of the room. What made me start my channel? I forgot. I was just gonna say, you're the only one asking questions. I forgot this is a Q&A stream. What did make me start my channel, right? I've always been interested in making videos. And in 2017, I was really, I was watching a lot of Cars reviews, and I was just filming Cars videos just for myself, just for fun, and I would on and off get into cars, like every summer I'd kind of find myself going into a Cars phase, and in 2017 with Cars 3 coming out, it just sort of stuck, and I got to a point where one night I couldn't sleep. This was in late August of 2017. One night I couldn't sleep. And I just started thinking, what if I made my own Cars channel? And I was so nervous to try to get it sorted together. I remember I hand wrote a letter to my mom saying, "Hey, I want to start a YouTube channel," because I could not say it. I thought it was easier, so I wrote like a double-sided note. I think she still has it. She just brought this up the other day. Um, that I completely forgot about that. Because as I said in other streams, I have a class I have to take, college course, where you have to write speeches, and the speech I did for that class last week, it had to be something impactful. So I talked about the history of my channel and how it got made. I have another speech due for that class on Tuesday. I don't know what it will be about. It's got to be 5 minutes. It's got to be on an informative topic. Yeah, it's pretty much become a normal Thai Talks Live at this point, which we haven't had in a while. Exactly. Exactly. I like doing these normal streams every once in a while. I typically like having streams where I'm doing something. I don't really like usually doing streams where I'm just sort of sitting and talking. But every once in a while, I like to do one where I'm just sitting and talking. I feel like every stream I do, you know, I'm always reading the chat. I'm always interacting with whoever's asking questions. But sometimes it's nice to just have these dedicated streams where we're just kind of hanging out. Um, I don't have Benny Break Drum. He's someone I considered buying a little while ago. I don't have him though. I miss the quick changers, man. I was just about to reply to your comment on my unboxing video about the quick changers. It would be cool if they, you know, they were definitely not gonna bring him back. But you know, I mean, you know, there's color changers. Color changers are on a different tier from everything else, right? Color changers have lasted over time. If they were to bring back the quick changers, they'd probably be under a different name, but with a similar concept. I'd love to have something with like interchangeable faces of some kind. You press a button and just the face changes, just like the eyes or something, not like the rest. I don't have the Hudson Hornet stand. It's a great one. Plans for March. Plans for videos in March. Good question. Obviously, you know, Cars Adventures is going on. Welcome, the Piston 11 and Crazy Cars Canada, who just arrived back to back. Currently, I don't really have any plans. I have specific videos. I'm hoping to get the third Cars Iceberg out within March. It was gonna come out March 6th, I think I said at one point. And if I didn't, then that's the day it was supposed to come out. But I go on spring break like a week after. My spring break is March 12th to the 16th plus weekends. So I think I'm going to try to have it out by like either the beginning of my spring break or the end of my spring break and spend some time there working on it. Typically, I take spring break off, but when you're in college, spring break is like a month before everything else. So I don't think I'll take a week off. And spring break is this week. Um, Final 50. Yeah, good, sure, Robin. Final 50. Well, when I don't have any other things to review other than the car I just unboxed today and the lenticular Sarge. Those videos should be coming out within the next few days, you know, alongside Cars Adventures. While I'm working on the Iceberg, you're going to see a lot of Final 50 because those reviews are quick to make, and I know they typically don't get many views. And I'm not the biggest fan of making them, but like I gotta. I started a series called the Final 50. I can't not review all 50, right? Right. So you're gonna see that. Since it's technically the middle of winter here. Yeah, no, my spring break is a week before the start of spring, so that's just how it works. Can't call it winter break because you have a winter break is holiday break. I do have Uchi. I was gonna put Uchi up here on the stream in the background, and then I decided against it. Um, Brian Fuel. No, I don't have any of the guys from. I don't have any of the left turn in guys. I think. Another video I want to do in March or like in a few days. I do want to get Cars Randomness 15 out soon. I'm hoping to have it out by the end of the month. So I'm hoping to get it out on Tuesday. Probably gonna film it tomorrow. The thing is, tomorrow Mondays I'm in class from like 8:30 to 11:30. So so that's your randomness contest. I don't know. Randomness 15 is happening first. I'm probably gonna film it tomorrow, then upload it on Tuesday. Because it should be a Cars Adventures up tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a review. Maybe I'll do a review later today. I don't know if I will. I'll have to see. Probably not, considering I'm doing this live stream. So yeah. But those are. I have some other videos coming out in March, but I don't want to give away what they are. Sorry about that. All right. The circus van. No, I only have the circus cab. It's the only one of those I have. I got him for a great deal. I got him for $8 on Amazon a few years back, which is crazy. Yeah, Dats is he's not rusty. He's just supposed to be unpainted. So I think how they pulled it off for him is pretty cool. I don't know even how you start designing something like this in the painting process, but it works. It really works for what they're going for. That is stupid salt base. Poor Gearston Marshall out here being the only one that looks decent with the wheels. Like, Danico Showgirl #1. I do. Yeah, no, he's definitely better than the color changer because the color changer can't pull off that paint scheme. Peter sure knows a lot about Joe. Mike who? There's a lot. I think there are several Mikes in the Cars series. I don't collect Hot Wheels. I used to really be into building Hot Wheels tracks. Used to. I don't anymore. But I don't like collect them. Sometimes, buying cars, they fall into your collection. No, just the Blue Gremlin's the only custom lemon I have. If the lemons come back this year, like rumors are saying, I will buy multiple just to make background characters. I do have Steds McGirdle. I don't know where he is. I think he's over here. I'm trying to see if I can see him from where I'm sitting. Where is he? I'm trying to. Let me look. Yeah, I see him. Okay, I got. He is intact. He's okay. Does he die his non-Disney Cars collection one day? Never! I don't only collect Disney Cars merchandise. I just don't buy other cars. No, I wish I had Bessie, man. It's not fair. Bessie's the road paving machine. You know, the only Cars character that's like specifically not alive, but still has a name. It's kind of a little creepy. Do you think was Bessie sentient this whole time? Do you think Bessie specifically like dropped oil on McQueen? Do you think that's a thing? Do you think Bessie was like we immediately get an I don't think so and a yes at the same time. Celine, I think that's the third way you've spelt Celine DeFair. Regardless of spelling, I do not have her, unfortunately. Plastic Bessie from that huge Mac playset from Weird Products. Hey, yes, the Mac playset specifically for Weird Products. Super, which one was that? That was the Mac Race World, right? I'm not Mattel, but I will always find it interesting that they decided they're not going to renew the Ferrari deal. I just think that's interesting. I wonder what made them choose that. Because they didn't have a falling out. Like, it had, the 15 years was up and they decided not to renew. Seemed like a pretty peaceful separation. Yes, of course I remember the video yeah. Remember you made the one video where I talked about canceled videos. Yeah, I love that video. Dedicated to hunting for Vic Vanley? Really? Why Vic Vanley? What's so special about Vic Vanley? If anything, in 2016 you were hunting for Bessie. Does anybody know who owns the rights to make Ferrari diecast now? If it's not Mattel, because Mattel owns Hot Wheels and they own Matchbox. So, how many cars do I have? Robin is nice enough to help me keep count. I just checked earlier today, conveniently. 155 scale. It's currently 1,052. Please help me. Help. It's too many. It's guys, it's too many. That's entirely too many toy cars for someone to own. I think I need medical assistance. Yeah, well, Lego could do Ferraris. Yeah, but Lego's different. Lego's Lego. What does Lego not have the rights to? Just realized my tripod wasn't even. I'm very sorry. 1,052. That needs to be higher. Yes, more, more, more. I don't have Peggy Liner. Every new item I get, I review. So if I had something new, you could just check my channel. Am I okay? That's a pretty deep question, you know? You know, that runs deep. That runs multiple layers deep. Do you have Graham Insta, Talk Dick, or Chat Snap? No, I have none of them. You can't find me anywhere else. I'm a ghost in the machine. I'm in the wind. You'll never find me on other social media. Maisto and Barago. No clue what those are, but okay. They own the rights to Ferrari. Thanks, Hot Wheels Wiki. Never heard of them, because they're not Hot Wheels. Tomica, I know Tomica. I think Tomica makes regular cars, right? European company. Yeah, but like in the... I wonder who owns the rights in terms of US. What Cars characters would I like to see released this year? Like new releases or re-releases? Let me try to think of realistic choices. Any background characters? Yeah, Tomica has rights too. I love all the background characters we were getting last year. I'd love to see more. Favorite Precision Series single? and which of the Precision Series sets I own is my favorite. Hard not to say that the Cozy Cone is my favorite, but I think my favorite is Mater's. In terms of detail, I love the Mater set. I love all the sets. Other than Lizzie's, it doesn't open. It still looks sick, though. Yes, I can do a Lightning McQueen impression, but I refuse to. When does Jay Limo get a re-release? I don't know. I love it when people ask me, like, hey, when is such and such character getting a re-release? I know nothing more than you. I just know what leaks there are. Jay Limo would be cool to get back, though. This is Hudson Hornet McQueen. Hudson Hornet Piston McQueen. It's the metallic variant. I recently reviewed him for 25 Days of Suggestions. He came in the Cars Character Encyclopedia, a heavily inaccurate book, but easily one of my favorite McQueens ever, period. No questions asked. Very nice McQueen. I excuse me, I do not have the non-metallic version, actually. We really need to find you the normal variant of that McQueen. Robin scours every thrift shop in the Netherlands looking for a Hudson Hornet Piston McQueen. Someone was selling Fair Game at a flea market for $70. You go, man. You know the value of your items. Dang. I assume the 2023 re-release of Fair Game will shoot the price down. My most wanted diecast currently. For years, my most wanted car for years has been music video Mater. Currently, I just checked a few cars I wanted for a long time off my list. I don't have an actual list, but security guard fin, the car I just opened in the haul video I just posted, since it's a brand new video, I don't want to spoil it yet. But I assume they were in box, Robin. That one is one I've wanted for a very long time. There's not really anyone in particular that I'd say is my most wanted right now. Anything new, that's out. Yeah, music video Mater is pretty fun. I think I was scared of that scene as a kid. Mater sprouts bat wings, okay? And he flies away. Terrifying. But, I don't know. Very cool release. My most wanted car for years was Aviator Mater, and then I got him in, 2018. I guess I just like Maters with wings. Hey, it's cheaper. 70 for Fair Game is cheaper than, most eBay listings. But again, I want to do a video. Fair Game was in my, shockingly expensive cars video. I want to do a follow-up video, a year later, called, how much are they now? And I bet you by the time I do that in August, Fair Game's price will have gone down. That's not really fair game, is it? Ha 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 ha. Sorry, I was resting my voice for a minute. I need to bring water with me when I do these, you know that? I don't get how people could live stream for hours. If I project my voice this much for I gotta work on it. If I project my voice this much for this long, my throat just starts getting murdered. It's only been 30 minutes. No, I'm good. I'm fine. Normal Leroy traffic, yeah. Regular Mac, yeah. You always bring water. See, some people come prepared, but not me. I don't bring water. I bring canned air. That's what I do. That's what I do. Globy, yeah, I got Globy. Let me get Globy. Globey is one of my all-time favorite releases, and when I reviewed him, like, nobody watched it, but I love Globey. He's great. I love him so much. He's, like, in my opinion, one of the best cars we've gotten in the past 5 years. This lovely creature right here. The concept of having a die-cast. The concept of having a die-cast based off of an inanimate object is very interesting, because he's a mascot. He's not alive. Favorite super chase? Robin, I have no proof that Mater and Holly are still together. If you watch the post-credit scene of Cars 3, the song Mater sings has him mention that he just got a date with an ice cream truck, which obviously confirms that Mater is no longer in a relationship with Holly Shiftwell and is instead in one with Captain Longleggy. Thank you. Check your Cars facts. 2021 was a kind of a mixed year. It's hard not to say one of the Racing Reds, right? Maybe Racing Red Francesco. I don't know. There were a lot of new releases in 2021. A lot of them were very similar. Sweet Tea's Band was great. Can't think of one in particular. Plans for when Eras 20 comes out yet? Not yet. I'm I'm more focused on the iceberg right now. The last thing you want in your revolting burger is somebody's tires. Now, I stopped doing YouTuber customs like almost immediately as soon as I started them. Because what I realized was everyone was going to ask me, hey, make me as a custom car. So that's why I stopped. And now I have, and that was when I didn't even have 100 subscribers. I can't hear a word you're saying. I got scared because I have a noise machine on behind me, just to make some like background noise, because I'm not home alone. So in case the rest of my family would like to speak, I've got a noise machine going on. And I thought you meant that, but no, it's just your dad's music being too loud. What if I put on music and I cranked it way too loud? What if I did that? What if I just like, what do we have over here? Start bumping Ed Sheeran, blasting Ed Sheeran so loud that you can't hear me talk. I don't have Doug Crankle. If I had Doug Crankle, I'd review him. Again, I like when people ask me, do you have insert car here that just came out? As soon as I get a new car, I try to review it as soon as possible. If I got Doug Crankle, you'd know. I'm not just sitting on it, I do daily uploads, so when I get a new release, I try to review it ASAP. Ones for Ties First War. Yeah, those aren't YouTuber customs, those are references. No, I'm not saying gear up for drift mode. I just said I'm on the verge of my throat going out. I'm not gonna do the drift mode voice. We need Planes 3 first. How can we have Planes 4 without Planes? You meant 37. Yeah, right. We need that first. We need numbers 3 through 36 first is what we need. Oh, another video I want to do this month, or soon, I got to do another weird products. Um, the next weird products is going to be either part 2 for the puzzles episode or part 2 for the board games episode. I think I'm going to do board games first. Puzzles is one of my favorite episodes. Board games, I think, is one of the best performing episodes. We'll have to see which one I choose first. I think Weird Mac Products might have like skyrocketed its way into one of my favorite episodes. But I think, I forget who, but I know someone in the comments suggested I should do a whole playset edition of Weird Products, just going over weird products from the Cars Diecast line, like weird playsets. Honestly, I might make that my next episode. After how much fun I had with the Mac playsets and Weird Mac products, I think I could have that be the whole next episode. I also would genuinely like to do another weird backpacks, because I know there's enough out there. Weird t-shirts is probably a good option. Weird clothes. Clothes can incorporate backpacks. I have been to Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you for asking me. Very important, most important question of the Q&A right there. Thank you. I can't tell you the last time I was in a Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not a coffee drinker, but occasionally I'll get donuts from there. Knockoff backpacks. Unless I can find a backpack as good as unless I can find a Cars knockoff backpack as good as the Harry Potter Obama Sonic backpack, I don't think I'm gonna do knockoff backpacks. If you know, you know. I'm sure someone out there knows what I'm talking about. Well, there aren't really like, well, there's a thing. I've had people suggest video games. I did video game related products, but games themselves are different. Yeah, exactly. They would be flash games probably, or like weird apps, like the Elsa Dentist apps. I don't want to talk about those. Honestly, having a Mac TV would kind of slap though, for real. Like if you were to own a Mac TV, okay, all right. Imagine being the owner of a Mac TV. That just elevates your room from a 0 to a 20,000. Women will not stay away from you if you purchase the Mac from Cars TV. It's like the Sally Porsche all over again. And McQueen is the remote. It's just, I didn't even realize that when I was recording, that McQueen was the remote. So I made sure to make a point of it in editing. I had like a visual gag where I said, look at this. Time to hit that canned air again. Let's go. If I ever had a concert, instead of people holding up lighters, everyone would hold up their canned air and start spraying it back and forth. I don't want women to be attracted to me only because of a TV. You know what? That's pretty deep. That's, good to know some of us aren't that shallow. Just imagine a whole crowd of several hundred people just with their canned air spraying it back and forth. Everybody accidentally gets hypothermia because they got hit with the canned air. A year from now, someone's going to come into one of my live streams and they're going to comment like, why is everyone talking about canned air? And I'm going to go, well, once upon a time, I did a live stream where for about 2 minutes, I brought in some canned air to remove dust that I had purchased to remove dust from things. and I sprayed it in Mater and got a little bit on my finger, and then read the instructions and it said, don't get it on your skin, and also don't spray it into enclosed spaces. So I freaked out for a little bit. I didn't freak out, but I just thought it was funny that this is why we read the instructions. I want my Mac TV. The fear at first was that I would run out of Weird Products episodes to do, but I haven't. And I know I don't do them that often, but I haven't. There are so many. Follow the instructions, exactly. When Will Ferrell in a children's animated movie tells you to do something, you do it. Weird puzzles too. I don't know if that'll be the immediate next episode. I'm gonna do board games first. I might do weird play sets first, but I am going to do weird puzzles too soon. I was recently Rashid Reviews. He's not here in the chat currently, but he sent me some images. There are some Cars on the Road puzzles out now. I'm excited because I could talk about them. Mater becomes the mayor, he needs to think, I got the power, and then start a presidential campaign. Today, Radiator Springs. Tomorrow, the world. Or tomorrow, the country. The day after, the world. We need Mater's president speech. I know, you brought that up before. I have an episode for Cars Adventures coming up that I'm very excited for, where Mater and Valerie have their presidential debates against each other. Not presidential. They have their mayoral debate against each other. And if we are to put Mater's president speech anywhere, it would go there. I'm hoping by then I could find the President Mater color changer, but I'm running out of time because that episode should be out in like a week. Actually, doing the math, that should be out on Friday, so yeah, I won't get it in time, unfortunately. Unless it isn't. I might have 2 tuner episodes back to back. I don't quite remember. 'Cause the next one should be a tuner episode, and then after that another Salt Flats episode. No way we're getting 9 packs from every episode. Maybe some more 4 packs, because we know Ivy's coming soon. I assume we'll do another story pack. Valerie V8, more like battery she late. More like battery she ate. Got him. More like Valerie we hate, am I right? How many Cars on the Road items do I have? Several. Will I ever do a face reveal? I get that a lot. I've said it before. I'm not opposed to it. It just isn't really relevant to my content. I accidentally flips his phone, revealing his face upside down. What? That would never happen. What's my favorite TRC series? I have no clue. There's not one that I like every release of. That's a problem. Is there any other background car you would like to give an important role to, like I did with Colin? Depends on the character, because most background characters in Cars Adventures are multi-purpose. You'll see them used for the same thing again and again. Some more notable background characters are running jokes. Um, but Steve Urkel is like the prime example of that, you know? But for now, it is how it is. I thought Colin was a good choice, though. Um, Originally, Colin actually wasn't supposed to stay long. Colin was actually supposed to get written out of the series in episode 2 of the season. Originally, it was going to be about Colin and Mater having like a fun day together, and they go out for lunch. And Colin was going to get a job working at the Wheelwell Motel. We were going to learn that the head waiter working at the Wheelwell had quit, and Colin was going to take over for him and reveal that he knew everything on the menu, a reference to the fact that in the actual Cars 2 you see Colin at the Wheelwell. If you look at the outro for Radiator Springs episodes this season, Colin is sitting on my chair where I film Wheelwell scenes. It was meant to be a reference to that, but I decided to scrap that, and I like where he is now. Yeah, no, he still would be around. He just wouldn't be. He wouldn't be particularly. He wouldn't be in every as many episodes. Favorite Cars Adventures episode? Easily, two of my favorites. One of my favorites is Steve Gets Flames, where Steve Urkel gets flames. Another one of my favorites is last year's Valentine's Day special. It's called For You I Would, and it's not Mater, sorry, Fillmore tries to sneak into the garage, the racing garage, to go on a date with Chris Revstovsky. She's the pissing up flag waver, right? And it's been a running joke that they're a couple for whatever reason. Don't know why I chose her. But that's probably one of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite episode. I think that's probably the funniest episode. Just straight up funniest episode. Favorite Cars on the Road episode? I don't really know. I've been meaning to do an episode ranking for months. I just haven't gotten around to it. B-Movie was my favorite, but I think the ending with Ivy was a bit of a cop-out. Like, it wasn't that funny. But up until that point, that was my favorite. Still up there, definitely. Oh no, what did the Piston 11 suggest? We should all rewatch Aqua Strike. I love Aqua Strike. Aqua Strike was my favorite Cars channel. Back in my day. I loved Aqua Strike series. No, Aaron's series is, I think, the best Cars series to ever be on YouTube. Don't at me. I miss Aaron's series. Aaron knew what he was doing, you know? You're just 10 minutes started. How wholesome. I canceled because of storage. I thought you were talking about Aaron's series. Yeah. Aaron's still around. Aqua Strike kind of was in and out for a little while, and now he's just kind of straight up gone. This is a shame. I always loved Aqua Strike's content. Aaron is actually the reason why I know how to paint my cars. Every once in a while, Aaron will watch one of my videos, or he'll show up on a stream. Nice guy. Cars Adventures is the only fan-made car series that's actually active. Well, in terms of like one that's like getting views? Question mark. Yeah, good old mood, right? Brick Hicks. What was the joke with Brick Hicks? I don't remember. Was that a joke I made, or was that from the Aqua Strike series? Not saying other videos aren't getting views, but like of the notable Cars channels currently, I'm the only one doing a Cars series. Not saying any of you aren't notable. We're all notable here. It's the internet. Anyone can do whatever they want. Other than swear in their videos now, right, YouTube? How do I get from place to place? I got these cool things called legs. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're pretty sick. I have cars. My family owns cars. I own cars too, but you know, not real cars. Yeah, I don't have my own car, but Cars Adventures has been doing pretty solid in terms of views. Chick's Brother. Never watched that series now. What was the first diecast I got? I was too young to remember. Unfortunately. I know one of the first Cars items I owned was a plastic Disney store set. I think his most viewed episode was the one with the lemons. I keep... poor Royce has been out of frame the whole time. I love how everyone was making jokes about, everyone in the comments of the Cars Adventures episode with Royce was just making jokes about how squeaky he is. Listen to this. It's awful. I called it Rolling with Royce, and I think at least 2 people were like more like squeaking with Royce. Am I right? You were right. I think Plushurama was one of those. I'm not sure if they're still on stream, but Plushurama was one of the people that commented that. Yeah, like... It's because of how the axles work, how the wheels are for cars like that. The wheels move as one. If you want to put it into real car terms, he's got 2-wheel drive. And most cars diecasts have 4-wheel drive. If you want to put it into somewhat real terms. Is Mater squeaky? Maters typically have that combined axle concept as well. That's Precision Series Mater. He's not going to squeak because he's rubber. Can we crash the stream again? No, that only happened because my phone died. I mean, you know I love a good stream that ends with a crash or a copyright claim or something, but unfortunately, my phone is plugged in currently. Squeak Crew. Is that what Alvin and the Chipmunks call their fan base? Are they the Squeak Crew? No, Piston 11. Do not go back to the food puns. It was a epidemic. Are the haulers squeaky? Guys, I'm not gonna start singing All Star. Surely my voice will get this stream copyrighted. Exactly. Exactly, right? I sound just like Steve from Smash Mouth. It depends. I don't make movies that often. Next stream, we're just gonna squeak test every car I own. We'll do a squeak ranking. We'll rank them on how loud they squeak. Don't hold me on that. I'm not doing that. We'll all go deaf. No, Piston 11. See, you guys are making me want to get other cars out and see how much they squeak. When am I gonna make mac and cheese? If somebody asks me that one more time, that was never gonna happen. My least favorite Pixar movie. I haven't seen every Pixar movie. I haven't seen every Pixar movie, but I don't know. I can't really think of any I specifically thought like, oh, that was bad. Yeah, I'd say The Good Dinosaur, but I've never seen it. My least favorite Cars Adventures episode is has to be something from one of the earlier years, something from 2017, or maybe something that royally screwed up the rest of the series to the point where I'm still trying to work out issues with it to this day. Season 4, the one we're done. Okay, yes, okay, thank you, Robin. That was it was a viewer request to be like, you know, what if Doc came back? And I said, no, I don't want to do it. But I felt bad. I felt bad turning down a viewer request when I only had 30 subscribers. That episode isn't canon. McQueen finds Doc just chilling in the back of Smokey's garage, like Frankenstein back together. You need to watch my YTPs on stream. I did watch your YTPs. I filmed a reaction video and it never came out. I've seen them. If you make a third one, I'll try to watch it on stream. Or I'll just... I mean, you could post it. We could post it to my channel. But that'd be a little weird. It's a YTP. It's kind of weird to have it on the channel it came from. I know we do that with the no contest compilations, but... Why do I get cars from eBay or Amazon? Because that's... It's the internet. You could buy basically anything you want. Just post it on Tie 2. Marauder. There is no such thing as Tie 2. Piston 11. I would love to know what episode you would base another YTP off of. There is no Tie 2, Marauder. I have no clue what you just mentioned. There's only this channel. There's only Tie 1. I'm positive. There's nothing else. It's just this. Oh, Aquamarina's here? Some stuff from the early seasons. You're still trying to correct / work around. Yeah, a few things. Most of that got cleaned up in lap 2. Most of that got cleaned up in lap 2. There are still a few loose threads, like the Demolition Derby cars working with the next gens and the Lemons was stupid. They're not criminals. I completely forgot the fact that Miss Ritter was nice. She was nice. That's one thing. They're just currently in jail. It's fine. Tim Treadless hasn't been cleaned up yet. He kind of went crazy, and he's been missing in the series since. So Tim Treadless is one of the things we're going to get into in lap 3, actually. Professor Z has not appeared in a very long time. Actually, I think I told Robin this, or maybe I told Rashid Reviews this, but I'm not going to reveal it here. But I actually, no, Tim got, like, stranded somewhere. I don't want to talk about it now, but there were plans for Professor Z to appear in lap 2, season 15. They're just chaotic neutral, exactly. But at some point soon in lap 3, I will establish that they're out of jail. Because, you know, they didn't really do anything bad. They were just conspiring with criminals. They didn't do anything bad. They get a really good lawyer, and they're fine. Yeah, I did tell Robin. I'm not going to get into it now. I don't want to reveal it. They did nearly kill Patrick, but you know what? They insanity plea. They were coerced into doing it, and they were not in the right mindset. We'll find a way to manipulate the legal system to get to get the Demolition Derby cars out. You know, the next gens were out of prison. They turned their lives around. They're fine. You know. How long have I been collecting cars for? Since the movie came out. But, Pretty Puddle betrayed Lightning, but he's good. All of a sudden, he's fine with it. Nah, Lightning and Barry haven't spoken. Barry was one of the final next gens to be redeemed. Lightning and Barry haven't spoken since. They probably should. They were a whole thing. I've been collecting since 2006, on and off. Bought a lot when I was a kid. Then collected on and off throughout the 2010s until 2017, and I've been collecting fully, seriously, since June of 2017. H.J. and Barry racers are probably rich enough to hire some good lawyers for the Demolition Derby cars. Not just H.J. and Barry, any of them are, but yeah, they were friends with them. I'm gonna go for a little longer here. Favorite real life car? I'm not actually like a car guy in real life. That's sort of my problem. I'm not good with real life cars, so I don't really have a specific one. I'm sure there's something cool out there that I'd like. The Morphle. That's not a real car. That's not real. My favorite car is the I learned recently, just from scrolling through news articles to try to find stuff for the iceberg. Somebody painted a tow truck like Mater in Maine, and they left it there in the snow, and it's been hanging out in Maine for 3 years. That's my favorite real life car. I want to go to Maine and rescue him. I know that's not a car model, but that is one particular specific car that is my real life favorite car. Free Mater. I'm gonna do a whole video on that one of these days. It might end up on the iceberg. I don't watch NASCAR, so I don't have an opinion. My number one favorite car in my entire collection. I can never answer that. I always get like nervous when someone asks, like, "What's your all-time favorite?" This, right? And it's difficult because then I'm like, well, everyone's watching, and people are going to be like, "Oh, that's your favorite. That means you don't like the other ones." I don't have a specific favorite Cars diecast. Damaged Raw Torque Redline is up there. He's really good. Best IRL car is this one Japanese car someone put a bunch of Love Live decals on and then ran someone over. Can we get that one in the Cars universe, please? When is the Sense of Right Alliance video? I could never find enough content to do it, so it never happened. I want it in the Cars universe. We need to get that in. I don't know what its name would be. I don't know what Love Live would be like in the Cars universe. I'm not familiar enough with it to How big is my room? You want me to get a tape measure? I don't know. It's not that big. My least favorite Taylor Swift song. Dang, you're really throwing out the hard questions here. I don't I don't know Taylor Swift's repertoire like I used to. Um, I don't know any of her new stuff past Reputation because at that point my sister had moved out, and so Empty Less gonna appear again. um, by the time Lover came out, my sister was in college, so I didn't hear Taylor Swift as much anymore. She's played me select stuff here and there. So I don't really know. I can't call up a specific least favorite. I don't know if I could call up a specific favorite. My sister's a few years older than me. Yeah, I am in my first year of college. She's in her last year. Um, no, none of my videos are scripted. They never have been. My least favorite Cars randomness. I don't. All of the Cars randomness episodes sort of mesh together in my mind. I didn't really like number 14 that much, which was one of the most recent ones. I think it's either 4 or 5. There was one week where I released 2 Cars randomness back to back a few years ago, and that was probably my least favorite. One of those two. Walmart. The haulers in the U.S. at least are Walmart exclusives. Can't believe you don't have every single Taylor Swift song committed to memory. My image is shattered. I know. I know. I'm sorry. Who's Taylor Swift? Can somebody ban Robin, please, for that one? How long have I been canceling videos? Since I've been making them. There are always videos that just don't make the cut, you know? When I started my channel, Cars Adventures had to start like 3 different times. I have several like never released pilots I don't have anymore. Favorite musical piece created by Cal Weathers? Cal is Lonely, the Nightcore remix. It appeared in one episode of Cars Adventures, and I'm still waiting for someone out there to make a full version of Cal is Lonely Nightcore. Still waiting, guys. Where has Robin been? I've been around. I don't know why I found that remotely funny. What's my favorite state? I don't know who asked that. I forget. What was I just laughing over? Oh, favorite state. I don't know. I thought that was funny. I think that's a funny question. My favorite states. No, U.S. state. I was gonna say my favorite state of matter. Solid, liquid, gas. It's liquid, by the way. Liquid all the way. If you're a solid or gas fan, get out. But then I saw it said U.S. state. I said this earlier in the stream, but I have 1,052 currently. Favorite steak? Plasma steak. You're right. I forgot about plasma. I had a Taylor Swift car in Cars 4. There's a cameo from a Taylor Swift car when Cruise. It was just a Sally that I photoshopped lipstick onto. Favorite steak. Whatever one kills vampires, obviously. That state is Super Saiyan. The Avatar state is my favorite state. There's a 5th state about it. Why do we keep adding states of matter, guys? Just back in my day, there were only 3. There were 4. They don't teach you about plasma in elementary school. How do you explain plasma to a first grader? How do you explain plasma to me? I don't even remember what plasma is. I just remember the little orb and you would touch it and electricity would be around. Favorite restaurant? I don't have like a favorite restaurant. Like a chain restaurant. I don't know. I don't go to a lot of like chain restaurants. I used to really like Applebee's as a kid. I'll still go to Applebee's. So how do you explain Taylor Swift to Robin? Taylor Swift is like Britney Spears, but with more crying about ex-boyfriends and less legal trouble. No, that was a terrible explanation. I used to always go to Applebee's. The most recent time I was at Applebee's was oh no, now we have to explain Britney. Okay, so think I need to make a karate Ferrari tutorial. It wasn't exactly wrong. Thank you. Last time I was at Applebee's was the day I graduated. I went to an Applebee's. They were giving out free tickets for Top Gun. Didn't get a free ticket for Top Gun. I was very disappointing. Very disappointed. Solid movie though. I saw it eventually. Only music I know is Cars music. Yeah! Karate Ferrari was an old episode of Cars Adventures, and there was a pretty good song in it. One of the first Cars Adventure songs was Karate Ferrari. Little Fillmore is not coming back for the next Cars Randomness. Sorry in advance. I think it overstayed its welcome. It wasn't as funny the second time. Favorite Pixar movie beside the Cars movies? Coco. Easily Coco. I think Coco is the best Pixar movie. Favorite Pixar franchise otherwise would probably be Toy Story. But like... No, it's okay. He deserves to stay alive. Little Fillmore was never meant to be in every single episode. Maybe I'll do it one more time, but... Took the day off to watch Top Gun for some reason. Was it? It should have been worth it. That movie was good. Favorite Cars tune? I'm not sure. My favorite Cars tune. Tokyo Mater, probably. I think that's everyone's answer, right? I did a Cars tune tier list a few years ago. You could try to scout that out on my channel. It's probably Tokyo Mater. In terms of character design, at least. How long does it take... Was it? It would have been my first. Thank you, Simon. How long does it take me to make videos? Depends on the video. If it's a review, it's not long. It's really not that long. It's funniest and most ambitious, yeah. How long does a remake video take? I haven't done any remake videos in years. I only have, I think, 2 on my channel, but much longer than... Should do a tier list of every On the Road episode. I want to do a worst to best On the Road ranking instead of a tier list. So we'll see what becomes of that. Private Eye, yeah, Private Eye is good. Anyone that has a full plot. My disappearance of Cars Randomness is far larger than me. Anyone with a full plot, I think, are, you know, although there are some, like, Mater the Greater is great for just being, like, a gag-based one, you know, but the story-based Mater's Tall Tales are always solid. And Radiator Springs 500.5 is a great Cars tune. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Never seen it, but I'll take your word for it. What diecast do I not have that I really want? I said earlier in the stream I'd really like really want to get music video Mater, but I think Bye Bye Car is always up there. My favorite joke in the Thai Cars Adventure / Cars Randomness series. My favorite, like, running joke. I like Vitaline delivery. It's funny. I like Darn American Roads, Cal is Lonely, all the classics. I probably my favorite to incorporate into videos is the things falling out of the sky joke. I like popsicles. Great. Yeah, it's been a long time. I believe there was supposed to be a Vitaline delivery at some point soon. None of my Valentines have contacted me back. What should I do? All right, Marauder. You go outside your window. You go out. You find their house. You go outside their window with a boombox over your head, and then you play. Is it? I don't remember what song they play in that movie, but you know what I'm referencing. Drop them like a brick. They don't deserve you, Marauder. Yeah, there we go. Vitaline delivery was a more recent joke. Grammar police is one of my favorite running jokes. Easily. We're in a simulation. Love is pointless. Am I real? It's up for you to decide. I'm not, at this point, I'm not really sure, but, maybe. Hopefully, I hope so. Are any of us real? Wow, we got deep here today, guys. I hope I'm real. It would be pretty cool though if I weren't, honestly. Do I do I want to be a car? No, I like having thumbs. Would I like to be a plane? Yeah, that's what I want to be. I want to be a Boeing 747. I'm gonna turn into one, and I'm gonna change my legal name to David Boeing. I think that's the worst pun I've ever made on this channel, but just saying something. Cheat toy reviews fly. Yes! There you go. No, if I were a little Fillmore, then everything would be far larger than me. It'd be terrifying. Meanwhile, Professor Z was in his lab working on very powerful androids he built based off of characters that died in Cars Adventures. The Piston 11. If I send you a mysterious DM saying, I'm stealing your idea, don't question it. Is there anything smaller than Little Fillmore? That's a very good question. If there is, we haven't found it yet. What do I do when I'm not making videos? I cease to exist when the camera shuts off. I only manifest when I have to film. Micro Drifter's Fillmore. That's right, he is smaller. If I were to buy him, we could have a war between Little Fillmore and Littler Fillmore. Depends. Typically made in China, but some of the Thailand diecasts are pretty good. I don't really have a preference. Prefer made in China cars. In a perfect world, I think Thailand cars would be the same quality as the China cars, but Thailand has some good. You know, it's not like it used to be. When Thailand first started, they sucked. They looked awful. Thailand's really improved, especially with new releases. Cars Adventures 1 and 2 marathon non-stop. That would go on until we're all dead. The chat's flying. Like me, when I become David Boeing. Least favorite line. Bye, Robin. Thank you for joining us. Are there officially more? Well, I think we're up there. I think we've finally beaten the One Piece manga. I think we finally have more episodes of Cars Adventures than there are written chapters of One Piece. Least favorite line from Cars Adventures. I know. When Lightning proposes to Sally, but he awkwardly mentions the fact that the episode where he proposed to her was a viewer request. So he was like, well, I was thinking, and insert user here. I think it was Dynaco42. He was cool. I liked him. He was like, Dynaco42 suggested that we should get married. Why? No, I hate that. I'm going to do a video, guys. I'm going to do a video where I go over I do famous proposal scenes from movies, but I dub them over to have them say, insert person here sent an episode request, and they said we should get married. No. Now you're gonna get that stuck in my head. How many episodes are there in Cars Adventures? Too many. Get this. Big Fillmore in a small world. That'd be crazy. What's that clicking sound in the background? Well, glad you asked. It's just me resetting Rolling Bowling. That's what it was. I was resetting the rolling bowling. There you go. You're welcome, Carsoup. Sorry, General Kenobi. David Bowling. Watch every Cars Adventures episode throughout the last 4 years. Thank you, the Piston 11. I'm sorry. Really original idea for Cars Adventures. What if McQueen and Sally had a child? Gee, I've never heard that one before. I did say General Kenobi. I'm sorry. Sometimes it doesn't register, man. I don't want my series to get as long as Cars Adventures because I want to be able to look back into the past without having to scroll down for an hour. That was a sick roast, man. I felt that one. That one hit hard. Are there any Cars Adventures characters I regret killing off? No. A lot goes into deciding whether or not you're going to kill a character off. You know, you have to realize before it happens, it does not happen often in Cars Adventures. You know, I take a while weighing my options, you know. You're killing them off. That means you never can use them in the series again, other than in flashbacks. So I weigh out my options a lot. Killed like 10 cars in the first lap. The only characters that die in lap 2 were Vladimir Trunkov, and I think Aiden is dead now, right? He is. Vladimir Trunkov actually wasn't supposed to be dead. It was supposed to be revealed in the next episode that he was fine. But I got such a big fan reaction from people watching the episode being like, yo, no way, you actually killed him off, that I decided to keep him dead. I won't get attached to them. I won't spoil that. No, I already did a zombie season. It's not canon. Mater writes a story for a contest where he makes a zombie story. Favorite Piston Cup sponsor? I don't really have one. I don't know. I feel like it gets very opinionated in the realm of who's your favorite Piston Cup racer. It gets very opinionated very quickly. Why do I have an entire boatload of cars? Because it's the only thing that helps me forget the incident. Okay, that sounded really dark. Because I like buying them. What's my favorite? My favorite is probably favorite. Is that a controversy? Is that like a hot take? You like favorite? Really? Why do you like favorite? I like favorite, personally, but that's just me. Why didn't I have zoomed up with the other lemons when they were with Aiden? Because he hasn't appeared in the series for years. We don't know where Professor Z is since season 1. People make little Fillmore memes and rank them to see which is better. That's not bad. I kind of like that. That's pretty funny. He did say it's MODOK in time. That was kind of crazy. Didn't expect to see that. With the way they wrote him, I wouldn't be surprised if they'd written that in. I honestly, I don't know what people's opinions on MODOK were, but I thought he was the funniest part of the movie. Don't at me. Yes, I made a new Cars Adventures yesterday. So yes, I am still making it. Well, Thomas characters appear in Cars Adventures. No. That's Cars. Wrong franchise, man. Why did I decide to kill off the king and Yoko? Because it was a big fight episode and I needed stakes. And again, there were two characters where I couldn't see myself doing much with them going on, you know? Yokoza can't do anything that other, they did in McQueen's Nightmare episode. Yeah, I love that episode. Yokoza can't do anything that Komodo can't already do. When I make a t-shirt that says bad diecast. If I were to ever make shirts, I would begin with the Big Al Epic Win shirt. But if you wanted to, I would gladly make a t-shirt that just says the words bad diecast in my handwriting, and no one would know what's going on or what it means. I'd rather make the Big Al Epic Win shirt. Why did Axelrod die after falling from the couch? Number one, it's not a couch, it's a chair. Why did... What Axelrod died after falling from the couch? Both Lenny and Sally survived. Favorite song parody I've done? I guess I'd say Bad Diecast, but I did a parody of Somebody That You Used to Know in a haul video once, where I was talking about, it was called like Some Walmart That I Used to Know. One of these days I have to make a full version. It's not a couch, it's a chair. It's my chair, it's the chair I film videos in, actually. Well, Miles Axelrod was kicked like a field goal, okay? And in real life, my dresser is across from there. You've seen it in videos. It's what Radiator Springs is up against on the other side. He got stuck down there. Lightning launched him down there. Canonically in Cars Adventures, I think that's been shown to be like a cave or something. I think it used to be labeled as Tail Light Caverns. So, he's dead. You know, he got just chucked down there, man. Where's my Thai car? I have no clue. I genuinely do not know. Make a t-shirt that says "Don't call Mater at 3 a.m." That's up there. If I were to make t-shirts, that would be part of the first drop. Alright guys, we're gonna end the stream in a few minutes, just so you're aware. Since when does Steve have time travel powers? That's not a thing. Kraz Avengers World, that's pretty funny. Can there be an episode where Lizzie watches Breaking Bad? Hold on a second. They're about to cook. Can you wait? I have some taken. All my Thomas stuff is in storage because I haven't touched it in 12 years. But I did back then. What came first? I think Take Along came first. I had a few of those. I used to really like Toby when I was a kid. Now I have no preference. Any of the characters that weren't ruined when they made a reboot. Oh wait, that's none of them. Got him. Open face, ugly face sandwiches. Thank you. Glad someone saw it. I posted to my Discord server a few days ago this terrifying comic panel I found where Green Lantern is fighting sandwiches that are called the open face, ugly face sandwiches. And I just thought I'd randomly post that late at night and see what people thought. They actually came with instructions on how to make the sandwiches, and Green Lantern's fighting them by projecting a giant pair of dentures from his ring. Face reveal. Unfortunately, my face is an open face, ugly face sandwich that's currently being attacked by Green Lantern, so I can't show it. Open face sandwiches aren't sandwiches, you're right! They're just bread with things on them. That's such a good point. Why are they called open face sandwiches? From now on, I will just call them bread with things on them. Okay, guys, we're going to be ending in about 10 minutes, which will bring us to nearly the 2-hour mark. Yikes. Bread with things on them. You could quote me on that. Revney and Colin are best friends forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and nothing can tear them apart. There, that's the follow-up to Guido Oreos. I'll make open face, ugly face sandwiches. When are we getting Batman but cars? I'm working on it. I have some sketch ideas I want to do, but Batman but cars will be coming at some point eventually. I'd still really like to do it. Can you eat an ugly face sandwich? As long as it doesn't start screaming back at you. I don't think we're going obscure enough to include Polka Dot Man. At that point, we got to add in like Clock King and Calendar Man and let me show you guys the open face, ugly face sandwiches so that you don't have to. Here they are. Yeah, so this is an old comic panel where Green Lantern is fighting. I cut it off for what I put on Discord. On the other side of the screen, on the other side of the panel, it actually gives you instructions on how to make the sandwiches, but here they are. These are the open face, ugly face sandwiches. Some mysterious force has brought these peanut butter sandwiches to life. We must stop the peanut butter menace before it spreads. Well, Bat might be there. No. There they are. So when we do Batman but cars, I'll make sure the open face, ugly face sandwiches appear. You know what? You're right. That is just toast. This promo sounds like an episode of Powerpuff Girls. You're so right. Yeah, the legs kind of weirded me out. Why are they so, like, anatomically correct? An ugly face sandwich is a sandwich with an ugly face, clearly. Alright, yeah, you got all these DC villains, right? You got Two-Face, you got Clayface. What about open face, ugly face sandwich? What type of Oreo? I just bought normal Oreos, but you could use any ones you want. No, they aren't sandwiches. They're just open face, ugly face bread with things on them. Include Oreos, don't I say like single stuff, double stuff, stuffed crust? Yes, we do. We got 5 more minutes, and then I will end it. Thank you. Yeah. What is the ugliest car I own? Mini. 2006 Sally. That's the answer we're looking for. 2006 Sally. Any lenticular as Two-Face. Give this man a medal for the best idea I've ever heard. I'm glad we came to a deep discussion about sandwiches here. When did I get my OG Radiator Springs playsets? I guess back when they were out. I have a picture of me from like my 4th or 5th birthday, and I'm sitting with Luigi's in box, and I'm too young. I was too young to remember. Yeah, so we're going to start winding things down. If you have any final questions you would like to ask, feel free to do so, because we will be ending the stream in a few minutes. If you got any final questions. And if they have to do with open face, ugly face sandwiches, I will kick you from the stream. Why do I do reviews? Because it's the only thing I know! I've actually, on purpose, never watched Fan 4 Stick, as to spare myself. My parents did. I told them there's no way I'm watching that. They came out of it saying that was awful, and I said, I know, because it's Fan 4 Stick. It's fantastic. The big Guido's R2-D2 canon to Guy's Adventures as a separate character. Why do I do Cars Randomness? Well, if you've checked my channel in the last year, I don't. Apparently I don't. I don't know. I thought it would be funny. Now everyone keeps asking where it is. I'm hoping to get it out this week. We'll see. It's my favorite dino car in Cars on the Road. Whichever one has the most ridiculous name. No, I like the Ankylosaurus. It's probably my favorite. Whatever be planes randomness. That's not a bad idea. How much air is in my room? I'm not sure. But it seems to constantly be coming in. It's kind of scary, honestly. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining us here on this wonderful... How's Aquaman after you forgot to turn the camera on during reviews? He's coming at me, man. If you've heard, Aquaman 2 is apparently exceptionally boring, according to people who have seen early test screenings. Apparently, it's very boring. So I don't know if he's doing too good right now. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this stream. And I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna wait for all the people who come into the chat and just start saying bye now. We always get a good few bye nows in the chat. There's a bye now. Thank you. That means